This is my resting bitch face. A flat face, no facial expression, a blank face. And according to HuffPost, it conveys a particular mix of irritation, judgment, or boredom. It further argues that increased rates of RBF is learned behavior, opposed to a true underlying emotion. Welcome back to Oracles by MJ. I am she. You see how I did that? I just hopped on into it. I heard that's better. Now look, life happens. And when we're walking in the streets, we're not smiling ear to ear. And this is expected of women, at least. Now, in our environment, in my opinion, I did some thinking. I feel, and I know it to be true in a sense, you know, when I travel and I go out of the country, out the state, just somewhere other than home, that facial expression, that little resting bitch face, it changes. You know, there is happiness, especially when you get on a plane and go across seas. You know, there's a different light that comes over you, opposed to being in the hood, somewhere where you gotta watch your back all the time, hold your pockets, hold your purse, be on point. Why would I walk around looking vulnerable? Why would I walk around smiling ear to ear, looking like I'm inviting the wrong type of company? No, so I noticed that it's in particular environments that is a defense mechanism to say, don't fuck with me. That's why those who are really like that, we are able to determine, like, oh, that's a front, you know, that ain't real. She just got a little, you know, whatever. But for someone who is probably trying to attack or who is out to get you, and they see that resting bitch face, they might not fuck with you. They might stay, you know, at bay. But I feel that resting bitch face comes with your setting and where you are. And like I said, it is a defense mechanism to a degree. Now, minus all the cosmetic terms and things that I see as far as correcting the resting bitch face. No, this is natural. If you want to change it, change how you're thinking. Think about something that'll make you happy. Now, I'm not saying you have to do this all day, every day, but if you're someone that has a resting bitch face and it is something that carries on throughout the whole day and you just look angry and bothered and bored, then you got to change your thought process. Something's not going on right up in here, okay? So I understand resting bitch face for a time period, maybe on a trip from the house to the store, or just something real temporary. But for that to be your aura, who you are, just walking around resting bitch face, oh, it's something you got to do about that. You're going to have to change that. And like the service that I was just watching, Wednesday night service, you have to be around people that will tell you, like, that's not right. You can't be walking around with a fixed attitude and then get an attitude when someone asks you, what's wrong? Is everything all right? Whoa, I just asked about your well-being. Okay, so fix your face. Sadly, it's convenient to think negatively, and it is a go-to for many. Therefore, that RBF has set a tone, and it usually is not in your favor. She stink. She rude. Because if it's a man, he's serious. He's strong. But she's masculine. She's angry, annoyed, cold. Maybe physically cold too. Now, she's everything but a happy queen who decided to rest her face muscles. You know, when I used to go to Barbizon, all that modeling and walking, or just when I was in other little fashion shows on the side, I remember just smiling all day, because that's what you got to do. That shit hurt. Right up in here, the temple. That shit hurt. Nobody want to be smiling all day. Ain't shit funny. It's nothing. I mean, you know, we should be happy about life. Let me turn this. I know I got my little talking points, so I won't ramble like I tend to do. That's when those old sayings come in. Don't entirely judge a book by its cover. Now, if you're going to be judging everybody based on their facial expression, you won't have any friends. You won't get any information. You will definitely halt all your friendships. Upon research, they said practice eye and mouth relaxing and front and back jaw movement, etc. Now look, aside from all of that, I need us to have better mindsets, as it will reflect. Now, I don't know the severity of your RBF, but it's never been as simple as a life change, a growth, a C, that your face looks like shit sometimes. Hopefully sometimes. Bring it back, bring it back. Smile, because you're happy to be alive one time. Happy to be here, the ability to do better. Sometimes we just need to go rest that bitch face. We are, well, most of us, we are sleep deprived. Dealing with shit we don't want to deal with. Parenting in chaos. Maybe working jobs you could care less for. But look, now I looked up resting bitch face on Google, and I do remember wanting to read the scientist evidence. Researchers found that RBF involves subtle hints of contempt, such as a slightly raised lip corner or a tightening eye muscle, which people often register as disgusted or annoyed, even when the face is neutral. And I also wanted to read the misperception, which is RBF does not mean a person is feeling negative emotions. It is simply their neutral resting state, which goes back to not judging anyone by their facial expression. Just going back and reflecting, I'm thinking of a time when I used to interact with one person in particular, and they just would read my facial expressions, and that would determine their response. That shit would be annoying. It was so annoying. It got to the point where I would make expressions purposely because I knew it was controlling what they would say. Like, is this really happening? So yeah, that friendship came to an end. Okay. What about the fake ass people? What about the fake ass motherfuckers that just smile all up in your face? What about the fake ass motherfuckers that just smile all up in your face? You trust them? Because they smiling? Straight face. Have at it. And since genetics and age have a lot to do with the way our skin droops over time, some more so than others, if you know what I mean, imagine that pretty young girl with a real stink face. If she don't grow to know the difference, she will be the stereotypical miserable woman, and we all know this. Like, damn, she just looked angry. Like, she looked like what she went through. She looked like what she's going through. Yeah, she looked like she's going through it. Aging, losing elasticity in your skin will droop. Genetic predispositions, facial expressions and features that you learned from your father, from your mother, just walk around looking like them. Smile, girl. Be happy, man, because this is not only exclusive to women. Like I said, when men do it, it's called strong. It's called serious. But when a woman do, it's like smile.